let's talk more about the template string. You can also render the objects in HTML by using template string. Let me show you. So here what I'm going to create a new markup variable. Let me use a template string. Now you can use multiple lines. If you're working with another stuff, you could not add multiple lines. Did you see that? That's a problem. So that's why you have to use a template string. So let me add here, I'm gonna add a div, and I would like to render the first name and last name. Let's do that. I'm gonna use $sign and curly braces to replace my variables. We need first name and last name. Cool. Now we need to render this markup to HTML. I'm gonna use document.body.inner.html to render my markup. Let's try to test it. First name is not defined. Oops, we have person.firstname. I need to render the object properties. Cool. Here we have James Smith. You can also render the loop items. Let me show you. Here we have persons array. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new function. Basically, you use this pattern in React.js. Render persons. It's a function and it will take the persons array and it is going to return the HTML markup. And I'm going to use template string here. And let me map through all the persons.map. Persons.map, and here we have, I'm gonna iterate the each item in the persons array. Now let me render the HTML. So here what I'm going to do, I'm gonna use the li to replace my list item. I would like to replace my first name p.firstname, and I also need to render p.lastname. So cool. So what I'm gonna do here, let's rename the markup. Let's create another markup one, and here I will have ul unordered list. Now I need to call this function render person, and we need to provide the persons array. It will render all the person in the li. Let's try to test it. Oops, we need to add markup one here. Incredible. Here we have, let's do this one, Heather Malik and Swag Malik, but it is giving us this comma here. How can you fix that? We need to use the join here. We need to use join here. Cool. Now everything looks good so far. If you try to add another element inside an array, it will render that. First name is Jones and second name is Smith. Bam, here we have John Smith. This is the handy feature in template strings.